Hey all, um, I was supposed to have made this video maybe 3 or 4 days ago, but that didn't happen. And I told myself this starting this year. I told myself that I'll be making um, a new video almost every single day. It should be like a daily vlog. Yeah, we can call it a vlog. And the reason for this is this year I'm going to minimize the content of my blog post. So instead of going through every detail for like every minor detail for some of the concepts that I talk about in my blog post, I'll just post a solution. I'll focus more on the coding and the solution in the blog post, and I'll make videos like this to share a little bit about my daily life and a little bit about some of the concepts, some of the problems that I'm solving every single day. Anyway, so yeah, this video took some time to come, and the reason for that is over the last few days, two things occupied my time. One was to upgrade my desktop PC, and the second thing was to actually um, serve the um, let me let me find the words for this. Serve my site deployed on an S3 bucket via a CloudFront distribution. Okay, so I'll start by talking about my PC upgrade because this is part of the work that I do. And right, so why did I upgrade my PC? And I'll be very brief on this. I bought a PC a few years ago, and I got a PC, a custom built desktop PC, and it was just a bare minimum. Uh, the RAM was really slow, and it was just only 8 GB, and it had like a 240 GB hard drive running Windows and a 120 GB SSD running Ubuntu. At the time, I was using Ubuntu 18. When I upgraded, and recently I've been using that PC very heavily to do all my web development work, and that includes front end and back end. Like the front end would be, say, the React TypeScript to list app that I've got on GitHub, and the Node TypeScript CRUD nodes backend app that I've got on GitHub as well. I'll put a link to both these repositories in the description of this video so you can check it out and hopefully contribute if you can find the time. Um, so as I was working with the front end and back end, so having a Node.js server running as well as a React app running and having a few tabs in the browser open at the same time, I would run into issues. The memory would really sort of cripple the performance of the PC because there simply wouldn't be enough memory or it wouldn't be fast enough. So I was experiencing a lot of issues, and I thought that I would upgrade my PC. So I added some more RAM, and I added a network card because I didn't have Wi-Fi on this. I was always tethering I was always tethering my mobile phone via a USB, um, and I added a new SSD as well. One of those M.2 NVMe SSDs. They're really nice. They're fairly fast. And while I was at it, um, growing up a PC gamer, I thought, well, may as well add a graphics card to it. Why not? I mean, I'm at this, so I am on holiday, so may as well add a graphics card to the PC, and that'd be so awesome. So I did that, and I'm really happy. There's absolutely no reason for this. I can't use any work reason for this. So yeah, I just did it because I could, because I grew up a PC gamer, and having a desktop that runs a really powerful graphics card kind of helps me sleep at night. I'm joking, but yeah, it's incredibly satisfying for me. Yeah. um, anyway, the reason why I mentioned I can't use any work excuse for this graphics card is because it's an AMD card. So I'm not sure what AMD's got, but an NVIDIA graphics card. I remember back in the day when I was doing my computer vision research at a university, we used an NVIDIA graphics card for the CUDA cores. So we're leveraging We hated that word back in university. But anyway, we were leveraging the GPU for performance, for performance of some of our computer vision algorithms. So we were running those algorithms on the graphics card to actually have some really good performance for our vision algorithms. Computer vision algorithms, uh, I'm talking about 10 years ago. 10 years ago were at least not that, um, they need a fair bit of power, and the machines were not that great for them. So having a graphics card with CUDA cores really helped. Anyway, so that was that. I upgraded my PC, desktop PC, and the second thing was, I finally managed to um, solve some of my AWS problems, and I'll just talk a little bit about my experience with it. Now, the problem that I was trying to solve is I've got a app deployed on an S3 bucket, and I've got a URL in Route 53. I've created a hosted zone on Route 53, and there's a URL that I'm pointing to S3 and the S3 bucket, and it serves the site fine, but it wouldn't serve that via a secure endpoint. It would just be a HTTP connection as opposed to a HTTPS connection. But I needed a HTTPS connection. Why? Because I've used Google login in my app, so a user can log in via using their Google credentials like Google Auth or Auth2, and to actually be able to use Google login in your app, you need to configure that in your Google Cloud Platform GCP console. You need to specify the redirect URI, and for localhost, GCP would accept the URI just fine, like a HTTP, like HTTP localhost 3000 or whatever. It will accept that just fine. But if you've got a URL that looks like a production URL, anything like in my case it was like mydaytodos.com, you would need to have a secure. You would have to serve it by a secure endpoint. The way to do that, the way to solve this problem for me, to serve the contents of my S3 bucket, the site deployed an S3 bucket by a secure endpoint, was to create a CloudFront distribution. And this process is really not that hard. It's actually fairly straightforward. The only problem is, what I've noticed is that there's a lot of information in the AWS official docs, and you need to be super attentive and super careful about how you go through it. What I mean to say is, if you're going through the docs, and if there's any little piece of information in that docs that is not clear to you, make a note of it in a notepad, or make a note of it. And then once you go through it, do an online search so you can find more information on it. Chances are the detail that you're looking for, the information that you're looking for, is on a different document in AWS official docs. AWS docs are great. The only issue is that it doesn't always give you all the information that you need. It can be spread across a bunch of different documents. So to solve one problem, one piece of documentation wouldn't give you all the information that you need, which is why you need to be super careful and make notes of anything that you don't understand, so you can do an online search and find it from a different doc. It's not hard, it's fairly easy. You just need to be really careful and be super attentive, if this makes any sense. I'm not sure how else to describe this, but yeah, it's fairly arbitrary. It's fairly you can solve it. You just need to be really super laser focused and not pay attention to every single thing, and just proceed with caution. and we'll solve it. What I'll try to do is I'll actually try to make I'll try to make a little document, little blog post for it, and then um, share that blog post as well. So just as of today, I wrote a new blog post on my blog, and this is just to like how Node.js, TypeScript, how to for Node.js, TypeScript, and AWS DynamoDB, how to some code samples for how to communicate, how to save, how to CRUD data in DynamoDB from a Node.js app that uses TypeScript. I'll put a link to I'll put a link for of that blog in the description of this video, and also a link for my GitHub repositories, the Node TypeScript CRUD notes, and the React TypeScript to list. So that's all for now, and please have a look at it, and let me know if you've got any question. And yeah, until next time, live long and prosper.